not sure if this bathing suit is going to be see-through or not. I love it. I think it looks amazing.
A lot of black men have low standards, especially when it comes to dating outside of their race. It's like a lot of you guys, as soon as you meet like a non-black woman who treats you good, you're like, man, I hit the lottery. But you guys don't really pay any attention to anything else about the woman. I think you guys just kind of pedestalize non-black women to the point where you're dating low-quality women from other races that the men in their race probably wouldn't even date.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and I don't know who this clown ass nigga is. I guess he's one of those passport bros somewhere in China or the Asian community overseas. But he's talking about when brothers go outside of the black community, they typically get them a whale. Now, I've seen brothers with big fat white women. It's usually fat white women, or yeah, pretty much fat white women and fat Mexican women. But when they get Asian women, they're pretty much on the mark. But what I will say is, how the hell is this of any importance to him? I never understood people and their, like, I don't know, their inept or incestuous attention to other people's preferences. So what if they want to date women outside of their race and they dating the women that the men in their race wouldn't particularly go after? That's what they like. Now, me personally, I try to gun for high numbers, right? So I try to go 7 or better. Right? 7, that's the number, the divine number of God, right? Lucky number 7, and 8, 9, 10, right? I try to be within that range. I try not to do 6s, 4s, 5s. I'm good. Like, that it has a barren effect on your self-esteem. What I will say is, even if somebody wanted to date a deuce, that's them. Like, he sound like a black woman. When y'all go outside and get you a non-black woman, y'all always got you a fat honey boo boo looking white woman. And if they do, what does that matter to you? I never understood that argument. My sister used to make this argument. Oh, black dudes always going for white girls that's fat and da 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 da. If they didn't go for them fat white girls, who's to say they would date you? That's really arrogant to think that if they chose a black woman, they would choose your ass. So he sounds like a black woman, because whether they going for chunky monkeys or whatever, that's their forte. That's their business. I never worried about where another man's penis is going. I worry about where mine's is going, right? Now, it is a laughable matter when I'm out and I see a brother with a fat white girl or a fat whatever. I'm not gonna say it brings a sense of satisfaction, but it's hilarious, fucking funny. Now, I don't put too much stock into it. I see it, I may smirk, laugh, chuckle, and I move on with the rest of my life. Like, I don't dwell on it. I'm not to the point where I'm gonna make a video talking about what other people choose when they choose. Hey, look it, I always looked at the plus side of things like this. When people go for deuces or trays or 6s, that means it's more on the market for me. Just like with gay dudes, I never gave a shit that gay dudes is gay. It means more bitches. Well, what are we talking about here? I'm not gonna complain, oh, these gay dudes, or they only going for dudes, or these black dudes is only dating fat women or outside of the race that men ain't. So that means it's more baddies for me. People need to focus on themselves. I don't know if this dude is part of the younger generation. Young motherfuckers need to focus on things that's important. Like my pops used to say, things that don't concern me, I don't concern myself with. In any event, if y'all like this episode, you know what to do, and I'm out.
White girl. Jess and Julie too. White girl.